Hey, what's up guys? It's Fizzy Fox TV here and I'm back at it again with another YouTube video, and today we are going to be showcasing our top 10 funniest Family Guy episodes of all time. Like, I'm talking about these episodes had me cracking up in tears. Guys, this has been a long-awaited video. Like, I've been trying to drop this for the longest, and I wanted to also say, guys, if you guys really love my top rated series and my top 10, my top 5, my top everything, please comment down below on what y'all want me to rate next, because there's a lot of stuff that I want to rate. Like, so many things that I still have yet to even touch the surface on. So, Family Guy is one of my all-time favorite childhood classic shows, and I shouldn't even be saying that because I wasn't even supposed to be watching Family Guy, tell you the truth. But Family Guy is so memorable. There's just too many moments to just say, like, I don't remember this, or you won't get a little bit of a giggle at that, because it actually pokes fun at the reality of situations. And it actually, it's a lot of shows that do that, but this one, Family Guy, I really have a very, very soft spot for Family Guy. Being that Family Guy has ran for over almost 26 years, we have to give credit where it's due. Like, y'all guys never understand the process and how they do these animations and how it's evolved over time. I'm so happy, actually, for Family Guy. Like, I'm actually surprised that it's still going on to this day. But we are going to hop right on into this video. So, guys, if you love these videos, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and don't forget to click that notification bell, okay? Now it's time to hop into our top 10 best Family Guy episodes of all time. Let's hop right on into it, guys. So for my number 10 spot, it would have to be season 16, episode 6, titled The D in Apartment 23. Okay, so what I remember from this episode is that Brian wrote an insensitive tweet.
Your dog wrote an insensitive tweet. You can't eat here.
Uh-oh, Meg. It's a sensitivity mob.
It was just a joke.
Like, damn, like, they couldn't even sit in the damn cafeteria, let alone. And a lot of situations be like that sometimes.
There's no such thing as jokes anymore.
Yeah, we live in a post-joke world.
Living in a post-joke world is absolutely crazy. See, Family Guy has jokes, I swear, jokes on top of jokes. By far the funniest, like, one of the funniest episodes ever. Okay, so from what I remember is Brian wrote a very insensitive tweet on Twitter or something like that, and Meg and Chris basically go to school to approach, and that wasn't really their instinct. They just went to school, and next thing you know, they found out that their dog is the one who wrote the insensitive tweets. Next thing you know, a whole fucking riot, goes crazy, okay? They're all fighting, the sensitivity mob is going crazy. This episode was also so relatable because nobody could take a joke these days. Like, everybody is super, super, super sensitive, and nobody knows when somebody's playing, let alone get canceled for just having their own opinions, and it's just a lot. Like, it actually replicated what was going on in society now and what's still going on in society. Like, cancel culture will never end, and this right here just proves my point. Like, you can literally get canceled for anything, literally anything. But when I tell you Meg and Chris literally beat the dog crap out of these kids, like, it was needed. This type of stuff is needed, because there's no way. That was by far the funniest moment in Family Guy history, where he just, pick up that tray and just say, man, forget this, Like, Chris is the number one, like, gangster for that. See, now, this is another Meg and Chris duo episodes that I love the most, and this is by far one of my favorite ones so far, though. So let's hop on into the next Family Guy episode. Okay, so for my number 9 spot, it's gonna have to be season 7, episode 8, and it's a funny episode overall. But why I put it here is because when it gets even funnier, Peter brings in this retarded horse. And where the hell did this even come from? It just starts doing all types of crazy stuff, Peter, in his funny, goofy ways, how he liked to bring his little animals or things around the house and stuff like that he liked to keep. And Lois just was not with it. Like,
Peter, there's something off about that horse.
You have an eye for animals, Lois. This horse is brain damaged. That's why I got it so cheap.
See, now, one of my favorite weird episodes from like the earlier seasons that I can say that, I could always go back and watch every now and then. Probably not as much as the other episodes I'm about to announce. So let's hop on into our next episode of Family Guy. Okay, so for my top number 8 spot on this list, it would have to be The Boom, Season 2, Episode 3. When I tell you, there's just something about the classical earlier episodes of Family Guy where it's very pretty much like not taking nothing seriously. It's just a bunch of goofy ass shit in one episode. Like, I kid you not. This episode is so iconic and so memorable to me that, like, even nowadays, like, to see it, stream on TV and everything, it's just a lot of nostalgic memories that come into this episode. First of all, episode starts off with the New Year's of 2000. And when everybody would say how the world was going to end and everything. It also brought back memories of that as well, like all the what was going down in the time period and what was actually happening, because that was a real thing. Y'all can even Google it for yourselves. But in the year of 2000, you see the countdown. And this was like a major thing for multiple animated sitcoms or shows at the time, where they did showcase that, the ending of 1999 and everything. And, it also starts off with December 31st, 1999 in Quahog, where basically there's this big storm or big earthquake or boom that's going to happen, and, it winds up destroying the whole entire Quahog. And then we got Stewie with tentacles, even though, like, this is one of the episodes where I remember seeing him like this. This is, like, so nostalgic to me because it's been so long since I've seen this episode, but I could only tell you what I remembered. And from rewatching a lot of these seasons, it's actually pretty fucking hilarious. And this was the first introduction to Peter fighting that chicken. Oh my gosh, like, when I tell you he went rounds with that chicken.
I'm sorry, this is expired.
You son of a...
Nothing gets more ridiculous than Peter fighting this damn chicken, all right? No matter which episode you're watching Family Guy on, that episode always used to air all the time on Fox, Adult Swim, everywhere. Like, he used to be fighting this chicken for so long, and I'm pretty sure they probably get along in the later seasons now since I've been keeping up with Family Guy. But oh my gosh, this was by far one of the funniest episodes of Family Guy ever. Oh yeah, and I almost forgot. Left foot, right foot. Left foot, right.
3 times, 4 times, stops. The life awaken. Take the long hard look at Randy.
Yo, this is too much.
Walking over.
Let's get the hell out of here.
Left foot, right foot, left foot.
Yo, this episode is by far undefeated as one of the funniest, most memorable Family Guy episodes ever. And I just love it so much. But we're going to hop on into our next funniest Family Guy episode. Okay, so for number 7, Brian Griffin's House of Pain, Season 8, Episode 15. So where do we even begin? Meg and Chris literally kill Stewie. Like, they literally, torture this little man throughout the whole entire episode. Like, I can't make this shit up. So it starts off with Meg coming in the room, seeing Chris reading her diary. Next thing you know, they start chasing each other around and stuff. And Stewie's walking down the hallway all peaceful and stuff. And they just come knocking his ass down the stairs, leading to him cracking his damn head open. I can't. This episode, like, everybody in this episode needed to go to jail. I swear.
Well, I'm off to buy imaginary groceries.
So after knocking Stewie damn near unconscious, he's all messed up, They're trying to find ways to cover it up. So, like, throughout this whole episode, they're just trying to find ways to cover up the fact that they killed Stewie and pushed him down those damn stairs.
That's a good sign, right?
And what I tell you is by far the funniest shit ever. Like, the different things that they were doing to try to hide it is just so messed up. Like, it's definitely one of the more messed up episodes where they just throwing his body around, trying to hide him from Lois and Peter and everything. This episode is insane, okay? unhinged as hell. Okay, by far one of my favorite episodes. I love when this one airs because it's so crazy. Like, they didn't even take the little dude to the hospital, nothing. So this is by far one of the most funniest Family Guy episodes I've watched. And this is by far my top 7 spot. So let's hop on to the next Family Guy episode. Okay, guys, for my top number 6 spot, Baby Knock Me Out, Season 9, Episode 5. Okay, so basically the episode starts off with them sitting at a bar for like Quagmire's birthday, and he goes out to want to see chicks boxing or something like that. And next thing you know, the ref asks anybody if they wanted to box or if any female contestant is willing to come forward. So after Peter watches these bitches box, next thing you know, he wants Lois to box in that ring, which is like the craziest idea ever. So he comes up with this prosthetic hand of hers and raises his hand, acting like Lois, and she has to go ahead and box. And this shit is so funny because Peter is such a dickhead. Like, he's such a douchebag. Like, this episode gets even funnier when she steps into the damn ring, okay? And she winds up realizing that she's actually really good at boxing. Then Lois starts beating bitches to the ground. So then Peter finds a good opportunity to be Lois's boxing coach, which is so ridiculous. Next thing you know, he starts to get her to box, and he starts bribing her to box and stuff like that. So she's like, nah, I don't want to do it. And he starts sneaking her ass into boxing matches, and she starts beating bitches up. Like, I can't even lie. This is probably one of the funniest episodes ever, one of my favorite ones, because I'm not gonna lie, Lois was really giving them right and them left hooks, though. Now she's put in a match with some Ukrainian chick, and she realizes that what makes her fight better is when Peter makes her fucking upset, like angry as hell. And the funniest scene ever is when she gets officially knocked down and she starts to actually imagine the girl as Peter. And she starts to beat the shit out of every opponent that she comes across. Lois started making headlines in the newspaper and everything. Like, she was on that. Like, everybody got it. Nobody was fucking with Lois till she breaks her nose, and then she starts to realize that maybe boxing is just a little bit too much. But then you already know how this goes. Peter's like, nah, you can't do that because, you're going to ruin my money. And Peter's just being a total douchebag, giving her more reasons on why, you know what I'm saying? She's upset and why she has all that anger built up inside. So then this female, Mr. T, comes out of the blue, and she starts to pop her shit basically at Lois, and she winds up milking Peter's titties on the damn stage in front of everybody, in front of every last person in Quahog basically, and now she has to fight the female Mr. T.
Yeah? Look at me, Griffin. I'm milking me a cow. Moo for me.
Moo!
Louder.
Moo!
Louder.
Moo!
So then Lois gets fed up with that shit, and she automatically demands a boxing match, which creates one of the most funniest and most iconic episodes of Family Guy. Like, this just showcases Lois's, craziness on a whole nother level. Like, we know Lois is crazy, and we know she's probably been into a lot of things already, in the prior episodes, in the prior seasons, her being a samurai, her having, like, different abilities, karate fighting styles, even in an American Dad versus Family Guy Flash player game that, if y'all remember those days, Lois was pretty, strong and had a lot of different types of abilities. Then we got Peter in the corner singing Rocky.
Rising up, back on the street. Did my time, took my chances.
Oh, get out of here.
Yeah, okay.
Guys, this episode, Peter literally had no chill at all. Like, that shit, I swear, Peter and his antics needs to be studied. But yes, this pretty much ranks my top number 6 spot as one of the funniest and most, memorable Family Guy episodes. So let's hop on into our next Family Guy episode. Okay, so for my number 5 spot, Patriot Games Season 4, Episode 20. Okay, so this episode starts off with Brian and Stewie making a bet, basically, on who's going to win the upcoming boxing match between this old lady and Mike Tyson or some shit like that. Whatever the boxer's name is or whatever. And they both bet each other $50.
Tyson and Carol Channing.
Come here, young man. I'm gonna box
slap you one. That all you got, you son of a bitch? You're going down.
I can't believe this. She keeps getting up. I'm so exhausted.
So Brian winds up losing the bet or whatever the case is, and Stewie keeps asking for his $50 because he won. Like, he technically won that shit. So he's just like, all right. So he's giving him grace throughout the whole episode and stuff. And I'm not thinking nothing of it because I haven't seen this episode in years. When I tell you, this shit used to be having me crack up. So me not knowing how serious it is about, you know, Stewie's money or whatever, you know, throughout this whole episode, yes, he just keeps on asking, like, where's my money? And he's like, oh, I'll just pay you back later or whatever the case is. And he did that a few times, and then Stewie just gets fed up. Like, this dude literally turns into a straight up fucking gangster. Like,
Stewie, hey.
Hey there. So, it's been 24 hours. Got my money?
Oh, you know what? Just give me till next Friday. I'll have it for you.
Oh, that's funny. I could have sworn I said have it today.
Yeah, I don't have it. Sorry.
Oh, well, all right then. That's good, OJ. Yeah, that hurt? That hurt?
What the hell?
Yeah, it feels so good, does it?
so then Stewie starts to torture the fuck out of Brian. Like, the fuck out of Brian. Like, throughout the whole damn episode, he starts punching him in the face. You know, he starts beating him in every which way as possible. This is like by far one of the most craziest, probably funniest. I've never seen Stewie like this before. So like this, back in the day, this was actually very funny. But the torture does not end here. Like, he starts to try to sneak out. So he goes to run and get a disguise to go sneak past Stewie. And he winds up noticing it's Brian, pushes that nigga down the stairs. He winds up hitting the floor. Next thing you know, he starts getting beat with a golf club. And this shit is just crazy. And Stewie winds up setting this nigga on fire.
Listen, this is crazy. You got... Oh, my God! All right, let's go to the bank.
So Stewie literally has Brian so pissed off to the point where, like, Brian isn't going to, you know, basically fuck with Stewie again unless, you know, he's able to get his lick back or able to get his, you know, get back at Stewie or whatever. So throughout the whole episode, he told him basically that, you know, he'll never see it coming. And Stewie just like, oh, wow. And every second he'll start messing with him and shit, you know. And that shit, like every time he gets the chance to do that, and Stewie starts to get scared every second because he don't know when Brian gonna get his hit back. So when Stewie least expects it, Brian finally gets his hit back. Since this is the last 5 episodes of this countdown, this is by far one of the most unhinged Family Guy episodes ever because, you know, so much just went down. Like, you know, probably one of the most graphical ones because it's like the first time I probably ever seen Family Guy get that graphical. But this shit is iconic. It's one of my most memorable ones. Even like my dad brings it up to me till this day about how like funny this episode was. And anytime I binge watch Family Guy, I always stumble upon this one. And anytime that it airs on TV, I'm just happy to even, you know, see it. You know, it's just very unhinged, and I love the old Family Guy. It just makes me reminisce of all the funniest Family Guy episodes ever. But let's hop on into our next Family Guy episode, and this makes our top 5 Family Guy episode. Okay, so for my top number 4 spot, season 8, episode 11, Dial Meg for Murder. So basically, this is the episode where Meg goes to jail and she comes back home from prison.
I'm home. You're all my bitches now.
Okay.
After all the bullying that they've did to Meg, you know, this episode definitely pays off for Meg. Like, this is definitely Meg's, like, one of Meg's best episodes because she starts to get back at all the people, especially her school bullies. Like, look what she did to Connie D'Amico and her friends.
Yeah, Griffin. She just got out of prison.
Hey, Meg, what'd they put you in jail for? Being ugly?
Hey, Meg, what happened? Did you get out early for fat behavior?
Nice tattoo. Did you get your butt hair braided too while you were in there?
What'd you do? Carve a gun out of soap and then not wash with it? Haha, you.
Hey, Meg, are you gonna take those soda cans to the Shaw Skank Redemption Center?
Shorty starts bodying Connie D'Amico and her friends, like literally demolishing and destroying them. Like she definitely got her lick back that that damn episode. Like she was not playing when she got out of prison, but she wound up snapping back to normal. Brian, you know, starts to remind her about all the good times and how she was a good person. And so guys, this was basically my top number 4 spot. Let's hop on into the next Family Guy episode. Okay, guys, so for my number 3 spot, I'm going to have to put And Then There Were Fewer, Season 9, Episode 1. Okay, so basically this is the Family Guy episode. That's the murder mystery episode where basically all the Quahog people are invited or were sent in the mail to come to this very mysterious mansion in the middle of nowhere. And a lot of just funny ass shit starts happening. Then people start getting murked left and right. Like everybody starts dropping dead. Nobody knows who the killer is until we find out the whole time that the old news reporter that used to work with Tom Tucker was the freaking, you know, mysterious killer. And this shit was by far one of the most best Family Guy episodes ever. Like, especially when Quagmire gets upset with his girlfriend or whatever fat girl that he brought with him on his damn journey to the damn mansion.
This is Stephanie.
Hi, everybody. Oh my gosh, I never thought I'd meet Glenn's friends.
Yeah, I figured, why not? You and I see each other from time to time.
Oh my god, we never see each other. This guy, you disappear for a month and then you call me? So silly. Oh, you're lucky I like you so much.
Okay, why don't you go ahead and take the bags in?
So that concludes for my top number 3 spot on this list. So let's hop into the next Family Guy episode. So for my top number 2 spot, season 20, episode 16, where Lois gets addicted to opioid or Percocet or whatever, and she starts bugging out. Even though this is one of the more controversial episodes, and even the last one I'm gonna pick is kind of controversial, but it actually is very funny because it's funny to see how people actually act on this shit. And Family Guy exposed a lot of side effects regarding opioid and Percocet abuse and everything. And, even as far as to, as Lois drowning Stewie inside the toilet. So I get it, why it's controversial in certain ways, but it was definitely funny because it is people do need to see how they act. You know what I'm saying? People do need to understand that this is a very severe thing, but also this is one of the best or funniest Family Guy episodes because I never thought Family Guy would ever take it this far. But yeah, I'm gonna have to rate that as my number 2 spot. If y'all disagree, I understand, but this shit had me on the floor. So I'm gonna break in my number 2 spot. So let's hop on into the next Family Guy episode. Okay, guys, for my top number 1 spot on the Family Guy rank, from the best to the most funniest episodes ever, I would have to rank Road to the Multiverse as my most favorite Family Guy episode ever. And for every universe that they landed in, all the animation was on point. All the animation, even going down to the Disney animation as well. This episode was just, it was so much to look back on and so much to remember. And probably one of the most nostalgic ones of that time period. I will never forget. And then they wind up dropping the game, of course, which is one of my favorite licensed games ever, alongside Hit and Run or anything that's just as close to being as good. Definitely hands down, one of the best Family Guy episodes ever. And I have to give the writers credit also for using the Disney influence and using their animation and see how all the characters look and stuff. Though this is also very controversial too. There's a lot of messed up scenes in this episode, but it's, it's comedy, you know what I'm saying? You're here to laugh and cry. You feel what I'm saying? Okay, so now this concludes our top 10 funniest and most best Family Guy episodes of all time. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and this took like so long to make. I hope you guys really love this. This took so much work, especially pulling all the clips from different places. Like, when I tell you editing is a hassle, like, this is not for the weak. But guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, share. Don't forget to click that notification bell so you guys can be notified every time that I upload. And deuces.